Hey buddy. It's probably not gonna go right the first time, and that's okay. And I know it's kind of hard to understand, especially when you have just failed at something or you've made mistakes. You're kind of beating yourself up about it, but you actually don't want things to go right the first time that you've done them. It's actually a curse, because I've seen this many a times in my own personal life where I've seen people really excel at something and their ego and their entire self-identity gets built around this thing. And then it's almost like they're kind of trapped in it, you know, they have golden handcuffs. All of their self-esteem and their entire life revolves around this thing, which they excelled at, they got really good at it. And then a few years down the line, they kind of realize like, this isn't even what I want anyway. And then also just doing something and winning the very first time, your ego just blows up out of control, which is going to cause you so many personal life issues. And this applies to both business and also relationships. Both of these things as well, they become really, really skewed through the use of social media. I know it's like such a meme at this point to be like, oh, social media is bad, you know, but it's true. You open up your Instagram, you go on your Reels tab, and you see like, oh, cute relationship posts, like, wow. Couple who are snuggling in bed together and watching Netflix. Couple who are dancing in the rain together. Relationship like this, please, you know. What this leads to is an incredibly warped worldview. It leads to you thinking that a relationship is just that, you know, it's just that. It's the incredible romantic Hollywood-esque scenes, like just fucking holding each other all day and all of this cutesy stuff. It's actually not. And I've realized since I've started to develop myself in terms of relationships, because if you didn't know, from ages of 14 to like 23 years old, I was really, really severely depressed and I had crippling anxiety. So I was more focused on trying to stay alive than, thinking about how do I have a healthy relationship with a girl, you know? A lot of people really do have the wrong idea as to what a relationship is. They think it should just be incredible the whole time and it's just a Disney fairy tale. It's so amazing and beautiful, but it's like, it's not the case. I remember I was sat at home in Birmingham, UK. I was in my lounge and my mom was watching this documentary about an ambulance crew who goes round to people's houses and they're just documenting the ambulance stuff, you know. And there was this old couple living together in their house. They were like 85 years old and they absolutely loved each other. The wife was having some problems with her heart and the husband was just really like, you know, fucking shit. And they were looking each other in the eyes and saying, oh, we've been together since we were 16 years old, been married for fucking 65 years or whatever it was. And I remember my mom looked at that and said to me, wow, that is absolutely incredible. And at the time I was very young and I didn't really understand why exactly it was incredible. I was like, duh. If you love someone, then you just spend your life with them, right? It's as simple as that. As I've matured, I've realized why it's incredible. It's so random that I just remember that, but I just do. It's incredible because throughout that entire relationship, there has been all sorts of shit that's went on. They've had endless relationship problems. She doesn't know how to open herself up to being loved. And he's got a bunch of childhood trauma and baggage, which he had to work through. And at many points in that 65-year relationship, they could have broken up. They could have just went their own separate ways and been like, I'm done with this. I'm not working at this anymore. I'm gonna fucking look for the next shiny thing. The reason why it's incredible is because they didn't do that. They love each other so much and their love binds them together so much that no matter what happened, they always found each other again. That's why it's incredible. Not that they've had the perfect relationship and that everything's been amazing. It's been a complete Disney fairy tale, and it's because they've been through hell together and somehow always found each other again. And that is fucking incredible. The reason why I'm saying this is because the first time that you enter a relationship, it's fucking hard. It's really, really hard. And you're gonna mess up so much. You're gonna make so many mistakes. But I'm telling you now, it takes a really rare person to sit back and to really self-analyze, like, what is actually the bottleneck here? What's actually going wrong? Because truth be told, even for those 85-year-olds, I can almost guarantee you that they have kind of like broken up a few times, because the idea that you just find someone and you love each other and it goes fucking perfectly fine the entire time is just a complete fucking fantasy. It doesn't happen. It only happens in Hollywood films and your Instagram reels. It is impossible to bring two aliens together, which man and woman are pretty fucking alien, honestly. At a young age as well, these 85-year-olds, you know, they met when they were 16. And to just perfectly align on everything, everything's amazing, right? It's impossible. So what I'm saying is, even if you have messed up relationships, you done goofed, don't beat yourself up about it, because it's hard to get it right the first time. And I'd say it's near enough impossible for some things. I think relationships might be one of those. Bringing two aliens together is never going to be easy, but as long as your love is strong enough and your will to participate in the slow dance and the beautiful dance, which is love, as long as it's there, you can get through anything. It also applies to business. You open up your Instagram feed, 19-year-old making quadrillions of dollars a month using this fucking silly TikTok app or whatever, right? You're not seeing the dark. You're not seeing what's beneath the surface. I'll give you the example now of drama alert, guys. Oh, Sam's fine drama. Luke Belmar recently got exposed as a total fraud. No, well, not a total fraud, but he completely fabricated his entire backstory. His entire lore is just a complete lie. He had this up-and-comer fucking Slumdog Millionaire story. Yeah, I used to fucking sleep with the rats on my mattress and I had nothing, man. I was so broke. And then it turns out, all thanks to some autistic internet detectives, that him and his brother, they both changed their last names, and it turns out his uncle is a fucking millionaire, dude. Yet here we are, listening to his rags to riches story and thinking like, oh fuck, man, why haven't I done that? Oh shit, oh fuck, you know? And that's just like a very rare case of where we do actually get to see what's going on beneath the surface, all thanks to some fucking autist on Reddit, probably. God bless you, sir. I tip my fedora to you. But like, you don't get to see this usually. Yet here we are on Instagram fucking thinking like, shit, why the fuck am I not a quadrillionaire yet? What the hell's going on here, man? Comparison is the thief of joy, my friends. In your head right now, you could genuinely, you might not believe me, okay? But you can genuinely just flick a switch in your head and you can choose to be happy and you can choose to be grateful for what you have right now. I know you don't have the Ferrari, I know you don't have the Rolex, you don't have the beautiful Instagram model, wifey tier girlfriend, and it doesn't matter. You can choose to be happy and grateful right this very second. And funnily enough, if the Lambo and the Rolex and the beautiful Instagram model GF is what you want, which, I mean, dude, I'm not against that either, dude. I'm not against that. That'd be nice. The best way for you to achieve that is by vigorously protecting your high vibrational state and maintaining it. Shame, fear, and desire are all low vibrational. It is the opposite of living in the moment. And you cannot reach into the void of creativity and the stream of human consciousness if you are not maintaining your high vibrational state. And this stream of consciousness is what holds all of the life-changing ideas that you've been waiting for. But this stream of consciousness literally becomes invisible to you should you be navigating your life in a low vibrational state. So my message to you, be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself for any mistakes that you may or may not make, because the absolute lowest vibrational state is shame and guilt. And just remember, man, it's all a part of your pathway to spiritual enlightenment, man. Like, dude, you watched this entire video. I've not even done a single Zoom. That's really impressive. You're probably a bit more mentally there than most other people who are watching currently breakdowns of fucking Dark Souls lore. To be fair, that's pretty based. Okay, no, they're watching fucking Family Guy funny moments, dude. So just remember that, like, you're probably living life a bit more in the fast lane, and fuck me, man. Like, if you're striving to be an exceptional man, you're bound to fucking make mistakes, and you shouldn't beat yourself over the head for that. You really shouldn't, and no one else should either. Whatever's coming to you is coming to you. You don't need the girl, you don't need the cash to be happy. You don't. If they want to come along for the fucking ride, if they want to hop on the goddamn trailblazing train which you are currently operating, awesome. If not, fuck it. You don't need it anyway, man. Just enjoy the goddamn ride, my friend. Enjoy the ride.